All right, Legend, for the last couple of months, welcome back to Talking Sports, by the way. That's what I'm supposed to say. In case you're just tuning in, and if that's the case, where have you been?
Where you been, Birmingham?
You're late, but that's okay. We're glad to have you now. The Derby is coming up in just a couple of weeks. Hard to believe it's already upon us.
Awesome.
Just a great American spectacle. There'll be about 175,000 people crammed into Churchill Downs. It's going to be great. We've been watching races for 2.5 months. We've spent a lot of time here on the show talking about it. But now the points are all in. The field is pretty well determined. Now, there could be some changes because some horses may be pulled out or scratched for being ill or injured or whatever. So those guys in those spots that just missed are pacing the floor hoping to get in.
Hoping to get in.
But anyway, we've got a list of the horses, the top 20 point getters, and the ones you're going to see. And last week you put me on the spot.
Yep.
I didn't know it was coming.
I told y'all to write this down.
Legend asked me last week, what did you ask me?
Who's going to win?
Who's the horse to beat? I said Omaha Beach.
Yep.
Omaha Beach, who is trained by Richard Mandela, who's one of the most respected trainers in the sport. He sent out this horse. He's never won the Kentucky Derby. It'd be a great storyline. Omaha Beach. Now, you see Tacitus is at the top of the list for Bill Mott. He actually won 2 big prep races, the Tampa Bay Derby and the Wood Memorial. I'm not that high on Tacitus because he has to kind of weave through traffic, and he's really gotten very fortunate to have openings in his 2 wins. I think he's a dangerous horse, but I just don't see him winning. I'm still in the exact same position that I was a few weeks ago as you watch the field skim down, and you see that we have on that list Improbable, who ran second, and Game Winner, the other big Bob Baffert horse. Both of them lost to Omaha Beach here in these prep races. The Rebel and the Arkansas Derby, both at Oaklawn Park. Game Winner lost by like this much, and Improbable by 3/4 of a length after making up a lot of ground in the stretch. So if you really look at it, both these guys still are very viable threats, along with Bob Baffert's third guy, Roadster, who's up in the top of the points standings lead. So that's really kind of the breakdown. You're seeing some of the horses from 10 to 20. I don't see a whole lot to get excited about in this group. Country House, the big closer for Bill Mott, always dangerous in a longer race like the Derby, and he does all his best running at the very end. So we'll see how that goes. The only horse, though, on that list that is not getting talked about very much is War of Will, who won 2 races in New Orleans, was disappointing in the Louisiana Derby. But I still think this guy, who's working really well at Churchill Downs, is a pretty good sleeper.
Yeah, and I was talking to our agent, advertising extraordinaire Monty Ballard. Before we got on the air, and he was telling he really likes this Roadster. Yeah. So what do you think? Is that a dark horse for the Derby?
Well, he's the one of the Baffert trio that hasn't gotten talked about as much. But he did beat Game Winner in the Santa Anita Derby coming down the stretch. So Roadster looks like he's peaking just at the right time, and they were real high on him last year as a 2-year-old, so not a big surprise. Now, speaking of great races, I mentioned last Saturday the Arkansas Derby up at Oaklawn. You had the showdown between Omaha Beach and Improbable. We told you watch out for Country House coming late, and pretty much we're right on target. Let's take a look at the stretch run of the Arkansas Derby, a very exciting contest.
In the Arkansas Derby, Omaha Beach, 3/4 of a length. Improbable attacks on the outside, and these two have sprinted 3 lengths clear of Long Range Toddy. Then comes Laughing Fox, Omaha Beach. Improbable in second. Omaha Beach is now a length in front. Improbable gonna try him one more time. Omaha Beach, Improbable to the outside. Omaha Beach just won't let him by yet. Improbable second. Omaha Beach, yes!
Wow. You called it, Kip. That's what's amazing. If people was listening, I keep telling you, get your pencil and paper out. This is the Horse Whisperer right here. Get paid come Kentucky Derby time. You nailed it, Kip.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun as we start to piece together the Derby over the next couple of weeks here on the show. And, of course, Saturday morning of Derby Day in 2 weeks, we'll have the entire breakdown and wagering strategy for you. And also refer to our Birmingham Greyhound Racing Facebook page.
This is where the legend and Kip will be on Derby Day.
We'll be hanging out there. We'll have a lot of live updates. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got to go to a break. When we come back, we got the NBA playoffs cranking up and other weekend action. We'll see what Legends' thoughts are on that and give you a couple of winners. It is Talking Sports. One segment to go. We are glad you're on board. We'll be right back after this.